Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Rewind 2024. I am here with Tiffany.
Hi! Right here.
Now, I'm not the only 50-something male in this arena right now that's crushing hard. I am. You are. Oh, this is an absolute hero moment for me. Absolutely delighted. Thank you very much for coming to Rewind
it's
Scotland.
Always a great time. I love it.
Is this your first Rewind?
No.
Okay.
I've done a few, and I always get so excited. It is really a magical time.
Good.
The audience is amazing. I love seeing all the other acts, and I get up there and rock it out. I think we're alone now, so yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Oh, good. It's wonderful to have you here, and I know it's very busy. A lot of people looking forward to seeing you. I just want to ask a few questions.
Sure.
So I've been doing a bit of research, and I want to take you back to the 1980 to you're 10 years old. You're in Chino, in California.
Yes.
And this is your first paid gig, I understand, because you made $235 in this gig by passing out. Tell us about that, because 10 years old is very young. And
yeah, I was singing country music at the time, and that's what my parents listened to it in my home. So no one in my family is a musician, so I was the oddball out. I probably still am. And I was always in my bedroom practicing and singing all the time. So my stepfather kind of was like, "Is this what you want to do?" And I was like, "Yes, I want to sing." And he took me to a county fair and paid the band $50 and said, "My daughter wants to sing, but it's one thing to do it in front of family and friends. If she does it in front of strangers, we might have something." So I'm out in the crowd watching the band play, and they said, "We have this little girl out there, says she wants to be a singer. Her name's Tiffany Renee," which is my real middle name. And I popped right up, and I was like, "Yeah!" And I got out there and I sang, not a problem. So then that was the beginning of all of it. And we just went to local bands, word of mouth. People would say, "Oh, there's a band over here. You should go and play with them. Get your headshots," like old school stuff. So I got my first paid gig in Chino, California, which we didn't live too far from there. And they passed around the hat. Back then, they used to pass around the hat, and you put tips in there. And so that was my first paid gig.
$235 for a 10-year-old in the 1980s. That's big money.
My mom was a seamstress, and I went back into costuming. So yes, I got fringe on my outfits then. And
brilliant.
Since then, I've always loved fringe. So there you go.
And then we'll fast forward a few years after that. I Think We're Alone Now, obviously, is what you are most famous for.
Right.
But you've had 11 studio albums, I understand.
I have.
One that was released in 2022. So
yes.
You mentioned earlier you started as country and western was what your big influence was. So tell me, how do you come from singing country and western to I Think We're Alone Now, 11 studio albums later? This is a very, very busy and very, very eclectic journey.
You just love music. I love music. I love meeting people. I love being a musician. It's everything I've ever wanted to be. So for me, now I've turned a little bit more of like a rock sound, but that was something I always wanted to do, being a Stevie Nicks lover, Van Halen, Led Zeppelin. They love those bands, see? But this is always something I've wanted to do. Of course, I love dance music, and I Think We're Alone Now. It could have been. I'm grateful for those songs, but I think as any artist, you want to show what you can do. So the new sound on Shadows, the new album, is kind of, I call it rock retro, because it is kind of like a little bit of a flair of rock, but it's definitely 80s.
Yeah. I know. We got.
I think I'm working out for this.
This is absolutely brilliant. I love it. This is it. This is the reaction you get. So, okay, so music is not just, it's not the only thing you do. You are also a little bit of an actress as well.
I am.
And I think it was Mega Python versus Gatoroid, and you wrote the soundtrack for that as well, I believe.
Well, I have a song in the soundtrack, and I actually, on Asylum Films right now, you can check it out. We have something else out called The Twisters. So tornadoes have went crazy all over in America, and I'm a doctor. I'm Dr. Janet, and so check it out. It's out. It just came out the day I landed here.
Brilliant.
So I'm very excited that I'm back in the fold, back and doing some acting, and also I'm a foodie. So Let's Food with Tiffany.
You are. You were in a celebrity cook-off
coming out next year.
You were in a celebrity cook-off.
And I've done really well when I've done Food Network shows. So that has led to the cooking stuff.
You were an MVP in week 1, I believe.
I know, and I have a cookbook coming out next year called Pop Life. So remember your 80s foods?
Yeah.
we've made them legit. So we've made them now adult party friendly. Myself and Chef Alicia in Vegas. She's a celebrity chef there.
Brilliant.
So we're collaborating. Pop Life is coming out next year. Yeah, I'm excited.
One of the things that a lot of people used to talk about in the 1980s was this feud between you and Debbie Gibson.
Never.
But you and Debbie toured recently in 2019. So put all of that feud to
We are
rest.
friends. We have no feud. That was all made up. Yeah, I don't know where it came from. The media, I guess.
They love it,
probably
don't
kinda poking a little bit. But yeah, we're friends and we do talk often. And it's great to have somebody else in my life that understands.
You just
From when we were young to
Tiffany
now.
and Debbie Gibson just getting together, going for a coffee, having a chat.
Meg
I
and
love
Python,
that.
we did fight a little bit in that movie, and that was a lot of fun. We had a blast.
Brilliant. Well, I'm really looking forward to your set. It's a privilege to talk to you. I want another hug. This is absolutely fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, Tiffany,
Love it.
thank you very
That
much.
was great.
That was brilliant.
Thank you so much. Thank you.